California. For some people, it's sunshine and palm trees. For others, it's tech, movies, wine, or national parks. But what if I told you that in just one trip, you can experience all of those sides of California and more? Today, we're going on a journey through the Golden State. I'm going to show you 5 must-do activities, from city skylines to mountain valleys to beaches and theme parks. I'll also give you a realistic budget breakdown, so you know exactly what this dream trip might cost. Whether you're planning a family vacation, a solo adventure, or something in between, this video is for you. California is huge. If it were a country, it would have one of the largest economies in the world. It stretches more than 770 miles from north to south, and its landscape includes deserts, forests, mountains, beaches, and some of the most famous cities on the planet. That also means planning a trip here can feel overwhelming. Where do you start? What's actually worth your time? And how much should you budget? In this video, we're going to follow a sample route. Starting in San Francisco, heading east to Yosemite, relaxing in wine country, cruising down to Southern California's beaches, and finally ending in Disneyland. You don't have to copy this exactly, but it's a great blueprint for a 5 to 7 day California adventure. We're starting in San Francisco, one of the most recognizable cities in the United States. It's compact, walkable, and packed with history, culture, and views. First stop, the Golden Gate Bridge. This bright orange giant connects San Francisco to Marin County and stretches about 1.7 miles. You can walk or bike across, but even just visiting a viewpoint is worth it. 2 spots to consider. Crissy Field. A flat, easy walk along the water with picnic areas and perfect photo angles. Battery Spencer. A higher overlook on the Marin side, where the bridge feels like it's floating above the bay. From here, head back into the city. Hop on a historic cable car and feel what it's like to ride up and down those steep hills the old-fashioned way. This isn't just a tourist trap. These cable cars are the last manually operated cable car system in the world. Then make your way to Fisherman's Wharf. Yes, it's touristy, but it's also where you can try classic clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, spot sea lions at Pier 39, and catch a ferry out to Alcatraz Island, the former federal prison that once held notorious criminals. San Francisco is also a city of neighborhoods. If you have time, walk through Chinatown, the oldest Chinatown in North America, or head to the Mission District to see colorful murals and grab some of the best burritos you'll ever eat. Here's a fun fact. The Golden Gate Bridge's famous color, international orange, was originally just the primer. But engineers liked it so much, and it stood out so well in the fog that they kept it as the final color. Next, we're leaving the city behind and heading into the mountains, about a 4-hour drive, to Yosemite National Park. If you love nature, this place will feel like a dream. As you enter Yosemite Valley, the scenery is almost unreal. Sheer granite walls like El Capitan and Half Dome rise thousands of feet above you. Waterfalls tumble down during spring and early summer. And in the mornings, the valley is often covered in a blanket of mist. If you're traveling with kids, or you prefer easier walks, there are plenty of short, flat trails. Lower Yosemite Falls Trail, a short loop that takes you to the base of one of the tallest waterfalls in North America. Bridal Veil Fall, another quick walk with a big payoff. Cook's Meadow, a mostly level path through fields with picture-perfect views of Half Dome and Yosemite Falls. For more adventurous hikers, Yosemite offers some serious challenges. The Mist Trail takes you up steep stone steps beside Vernal and Nevada Falls. You'll literally feel the waterfall mist on your face. And then there's Half Dome, a full-day trek that includes a cable climb to the summit. Half Dome requires a permit, good fitness, and a healthy respect for heights, so it's not for everyone, but it's one of the most iconic hikes in the US. You might also spot wildlife, deer, marmots, and if you're lucky and careful, maybe even a black bear in the distance. Always remember, never feed wildlife and store your food properly. Yosemite has very strict rules about this to keep both animals and visitors safe. Yosemite's famous valley was carved by glaciers over millions of years. As ice moved through the area, it carved a U-shaped valley, leaving behind the towering cliffs and smooth rock faces you see today. After a couple of days hiking and exploring, it's time to slow things down. We're heading back toward the coast to Napa Valley, California's most famous wine region, about an hour north of San Francisco. As you drive into Napa, the scenery changes. Rolling hills, rows of grapevines stretching into the distance, and elegant wineries tucked into the landscape. Even if you don't drink wine, this area has a calm, relaxing feel that's perfect for a slower day. If you do enjoy wine, this is your playground. Many wineries offer tasting flights, small pours of several wines so you can compare styles. Winery tours, where you can see the vineyards, production rooms, and cellars. Food pairings, from cheese boards to full gourmet meals. For families or travelers who don't drink alcohol, there's still plenty to do. Consider riding the Napa Valley Wine Train, a beautifully restored vintage train where you can enjoy lunch or dinner while the scenery glides past your window. Or wake up early for a hot air balloon ride and watch the sunrise over the valley. Napa also has great food. Downtown areas like Napa and Yountville are full of cafes, bakeries, and farm-to-table restaurants. This can be a good day to treat yourself to one really nice meal and soak in the atmosphere. Napa Valley's success comes from its unique microclimates. Fog from the nearby San Pablo Bay cools the valley, while the hillsides stay warmer. This mix, plus volcanic soil, creates ideal conditions for grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay. Now it's time for some classic California sunshine. We're heading south towards Southern California's beaches. You can do this as a road trip down the coast, or take a short flight from the Bay Area to Los Angeles or San Diego. Let's start in Santa Monica. The Santa Monica Pier combines a beach, an amusement park, and great ocean views all in one place. You can ride the Ferris wheel, walk along the pier, or rent a bike and cruise down the beach path. Just next door is Venice Beach, famous for its boardwalk, street artists, skate park, and murals. It's a little louder, a little weirder, and very entertaining. This is a great place for people watching and capturing fun B-roll for your own videos or memories. If you keep heading south down the coast, you'll reach places like Huntington Beach, known as Surf City, USA, and Laguna Beach, which has hidden coves and crystal clear water. In San Diego, La Jolla Cove offers snorkeling, sea caves, and sea lions lounging on the rocks. These beaches aren't just for swimming. You can try surfing lessons, go stand-up paddleboarding, explore tide pools at low tide, or simply bring a blanket and watch the sunset. Surfing took root in California in the early 1900s, inspired by Hawaiian surfers. Over time, it became a core part of California culture. So much so that entire towns like Huntington Beach are built around surf competitions and lifestyle. Just remember, the Pacific Ocean can be colder than you might expect, even in summer. Check local conditions and be sure to swim near lifeguard stands. Our final stop is pure childhood magic, Disneyland in Anaheim. This is the original Disneyland park, opened in 1955 and personally overseen by Walt Disney himself. As soon as you walk through the front gates and step onto Main Street, USA, you're transported to a stylized version of early 20th century small-town America. You'll see the castle at the end of the street, hear music playing, and smell popcorn and sweets from the shops. Disneyland is divided into themed lands, each with its own rides and atmosphere. Adventureland, jungles, temples, and the famous Jungle Cruise. Tomorrowland, futuristic rides like Space Mountain. Fantasyland, classic storybook rides like Peter Pan's Flight. Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, an immersive land where you can fly the Millennium Falcon and build your own lightsaber. Next door is Disney California Adventure, a second park with attractions like the Incredicoaster, Guardians of the Galaxy, and themed areas inspired by Pixar films and California itself. Disney days can be long, so here are a few tips. Arrive early to hit the most popular rides before the lines grow. Use Disney's app to check wait times and mobile order food. Bring a reusable water bottle and take breaks in shaded areas or indoor shows. Fun fact, Disneyland's castle looks tall, but it's only about 77 feet high. Imagineers used a trick called forced perspective, shrinking windows and details higher up to make it look taller than it actually is. Okay, we've talked about the fun stuff. Now let's talk money. How much might a California trip like this actually cost? Remember, these are rough estimates and can change based on season, how early you book, and your travel style. I'll give a moderate budget example for a 5-day trip. Flights. If you're flying from within the United States, you might pay anywhere from $150 to $450 round trip, depending on where you're coming from and when you book. International travelers can expect somewhere around $600 to $1,200 or more. Accommodation hotels vary a lot by location. In big cities like San Francisco or near Disneyland, prices climb quickly. For a mid-range trip, plan on $150 to $250 per night for a decent hotel in or near major tourist areas. For 5 nights, that comes out to roughly $750 to $1,250 total per room. If you're sharing with someone, you can split that cost. Transportation in gas California is easier with a car, especially if you're linking multiple destinations. Here's a rough estimate. Rental car, $40 to $70 per day, so about $200 to $350 for 5 days. Gas, $40 to $80 depending on how far you drive. If you're staying mostly in one city, public transportation and ride shares may be cheaper at around $20 to $60 per day. Food is one of the easiest areas to adjust your budget. A reasonable daily estimate might be breakfast, $10 to $15, or cheaper if you buy groceries. Lunch, $15 to $25. Dinner, $20 to $40. That totals $45 to $80 per day. For 5 days, budget around $225 to $400 per person. You can go lower with supermarket meals or higher with fine dining. Activities and entrance fees. Now, let's look at our 5 activities and approximate costs per person. San Francisco, Golden Gate Viewpoints, free cable car ride, around $8 to $10 per ride. Alcatraz tour, about $40 to $50. Yosemite National Park, park entrance, $35 per vehicle, split among everyone. Extra cost if you rent bikes or join guided tours. Napa Valley, wine tastings, typically $20 to $40 per tasting, often waived if you buy a bottle. Wine train or balloon ride, can range from $100 to $300 plus depending on the package. Southern California beaches, beach access, usually free parking, $5 to $20 depending on the lot. Rentals, surfboards, bikes, paddleboards, around $20 to $40. Disneyland, 1-day park ticket, roughly $150 to $180 per person, depending on date and park options. Let's put it all together for a moderate 5-day trip per person, assuming you're sharing some costs like hotels and car rental with one other traveler. Flights, $150 to $450. Domestic example. Hotels, shared room, $375 to $625 per person. Car plus gas, shared, about $120 to $215 per person. Food, $225 to $400. Activities and tickets, $250 to $450, depending heavily on Disney, Napa, and Alcatraz. Add that up, and you get a rough range of $100 to $2,100 per person for 5 days. Of course, you can spend less by choosing budget stays, fewer paid experiences, and cheaper food, or spend more by going all out on luxury hotels and premium tours. But this range gives you a realistic starting point. So, that's California in one powerful itinerary. City skylines and historic prisons in San Francisco, towering cliffs and waterfalls in Yosemite, relaxing vineyard views in Napa, surf and sunsets on Southern California beaches, and the pure magic of Disneyland. California is incredibly diverse, and no single video can cover every destination. But these 5 activities will give you a taste of what makes this state so special. If this video helped you plan your trip, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with where you're going in California or what you'd like to see in the next travel guide. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next adventure.